As a famous Scotsman with a highly suspect accent once said, "They may take our lives, but they'll never take our free games." And as luck would have it, gamers have a bunch more exciting free-to-play games heading their way in the months to come.
First off, we'd better check in with the amazing free-to-play platform fighter that's just arrived, Multiverses. We've had a chance to play some already and have some top tips for you right here, but let's take a quick look under this zany hood first. Warner Bros. Has reached into the depths of its vast collection to pull out one of the most electric rosters the gaming world has ever seen. Batman, Bugs Bunny, Steven Universe, and Scooby-Doo are all here to trade blows. With rollback netcode delivering a silky smooth online performance, Multiverses works beautifully as both a family-friendly party game and a seriously competitive fighter. So whether you want to throw some batarangs with your friends on the couch or to prove yourself as the world's #1 Velma player, Multiverses is available now in open beta form, and it's only going to get bigger and better in the months to come.
But if that doesn't satisfy your craving for cartoon violence, then let's open up a portal and hop over to the Rumbleverse for some spandex-clad action. This Battle Royale brawler lets you create your very own wrestling superstar before you're fired out of a cannon and into the gritty metropolis of Grappital City. From there, you'll want to get a move on smashing crates and locating some choice upgrades before one of your opponents gets their hands on you. The entire city is basically one big wrestling ring, so it pays to be prepared if you don't fancy getting suplexed off a skyscraper. Rent there must be a nightmare. Playing with up to 39 other ludicrous luchadores at the same time, you can expect this one to get truly ridiculous when it comes bounding off the ropes on August 11th.
Landing on October 4th, Overwatch 2 looks set to be one of this year's biggest releases. For starters, the fact that it's going free to play is sure to open up the game's futuristic world of gorillas and gunslingers to an even wider audience. It will also be launching with a couple of brand new heroes like the formidable Junker Queen. While old heads like Doomfist and Bastion have been revamped for the new game, Doomfist is now a full-blown tank who focuses more on pushing the enemy around than dealing damage directly, while Bastion has acquired a set of wheels that make him a whole lot more mobile, along with a deadly new ultimate involving a barrage of mortar rockets. And with a slate of new maps and the switch towards teams of 5 instead of the original game's 6, which I'm incredibly excited about, Overwatch 2 is going to feel like new territory for everybody. And there's going to be a whole lot of everybody with the introduction of crossplay, making this version of Overwatch bigger than ever, and I cannot wait. Though, if you're on my team, I've got dibs on Soldier 76.
Next up, we'll quickly throw in a little something just for the PC gamers, Stormgate. This real-time strategy game takes place in a dark future in which diabolical alien invaders have ravaged the Earth. When they come back for a second bite, humanity is determined to send them packing with a little help from our shiny new 20-foot-tall mech suits, which definitely sounds like a plan. While it's still probably quite a long way off, this one is really exciting, with Stormgate taking advantage of Unreal Engine 5 to deliver epic battles featuring hundreds of units in pristine 4K. Oh, and also on the horizon, PC Game Pass members will be able to tuck into some of Riot Games' massive free-to-play titles like Valorant and League of Legends this winter, where they'll find that their membership gives them full access to all of the game's characters.
Warframe is another hugely acclaimed free-to-play game with a super exciting follow-up on the way. Soulframe takes place in a fantastical mirror universe of Warframe where guns and high-tech gear are out and swords and other old-school weaponry are in, as well as a few handy magical tricks. With a greater focus on melee combat, you can expect a slower, heftier brand of combat than Warframe's rat-a-tat action, perfect for those who like to really savor each blow. Soulframe is still pretty early in its development, so don't expect to be trapezing through its magical realm anytime soon, but when it does arrive, it will be totally free to play.
And if you're looking to score some free mileage, Kart Rider Drift will be careering into town sometime this year. This is a good old-fashioned kart racing game, which makes it super accessible for newcomers and old hands alike. You'll all be slinging weapons across the screen and pulling off crazy speed boosts in no time. Only some of you might look a lot better doing it than others thanks to the huge range of customizations that Kart Rider offers for both your kart and its rider. Drift will actually be the first fully cross-platform entry into a franchise that has already amassed over 300 million players, meaning you can expect the racetrack to be bustling whenever you feel like burning some rubber. So, try to drive carefully.
But that's not the only speed machine racing around the corner this year. Disney's Speedstorm is also set to arrive this summer. Straight from the House of Mouse, this new hero-based battle racer will see some of Disney and Pixar's most beloved characters engaging in all-out vehicular warfare on their way to the finish line. The roster includes the likes of Donald Duck, Mulan, and James Sully Sullivan, and the characters have all been divided into 4 distinct classes: Speedster, Brawler, Defender, and Trickster, which could provide this racer with a unique tactical edge over the opposition, because I'm hands down a brawler and I'm going to knock you off the road. Most importantly though, the game is just brimming with that classic Disney magic. From the soundtrack filled with famous tunes to the tracks based on iconic movie locations, Speedstorm is going to whisk you back to your childhood so fast, you'll be lucky not to get whiplash.
Of course, sometimes you want to eschew the racing parts altogether and focus on what really matters, knocking absolute lumps out of all your friends. Which brings us to My Hero Academia Ultra Rumble. Based on the incredibly popular manga and anime series, Ultra Rumble is a battle royale game in which 8 teams of 3 drop down into an arena together and get to clobbering. Each character has their own unique superpower or quirk, and you'll also find collectible power-ups scattered around to help you school your opponents. Taking the vibrant art style and vivid cast of characters from the anime, Ultra Rumble is putting its own distinctive spin on the battle royale genre, and the results are looking pretty explosive.
In Arc Raiders, the enemy comes straight out of the blue as a legion of mechanical terrors descend from the sky. They're ruthless, relentless, and seemingly endless, but if you and your squad work together, you might just stand a chance. This Series X and S third-person shooter is all about responding on the fly. Take advantage of your environment and find physics-based solutions to give the edge, adapting your tactics to stay one step ahead of your flying foes. Scavenge what you can to upgrade your gear, but remember that there's no resource more valuable than teamwork. This isn't a great game for lone wolves, so stick with the pack if you want to make it through the fight when Arc Raiders arrives later this year, and don't do what I do, which is constantly run off.
But what if, rather than raging against the machines, we could take control of a machine for ourselves? Perhaps a machine with a really sick-looking helmet and a great big laser cannon on its arm. Wouldn't that be nice? Well, yes, it would, and that is exactly what Gundam Evolution has to offer. Also slated for 2022, Gundam Evolution is a fast-paced first-person shooter which gives you the keys to a shiny mobile suit unit of your own and sends you into battle for some spectacular 6-on-6 action. There are units from all across the series, each with their own stats and abilities, plus a unique G maneuver which allows them to unleash some especially badass pain onto their foes. But most importantly, Gundam Evolution is a free game in which giant robots beat each other up, and honestly, what more do you want in life? Tell me, I'll go find it.
And finally, we couldn't possibly leave without mentioning a little game called Warzone 2. We don't really know much about the follow-up to Call of Duty's massively popular Battle Royale spin-off just yet, but Infinity Ward have promised that it's going to be a massive evolution of the genre featuring groundbreaking innovations, so that sounds pretty darn good. We also know that Warzone 2 is being designed specifically to work in tandem with Modern Warfare 2, and that both games have been built in a brand new engine, so we could just be on the cusp of a whole new era of Call of Duty, and I'm so excited to test out the swimming mechanic. Naturally, we'll be keeping our eyes peeled for any updates, so stay tuned for all the latest info.
Yeah, okay, so we can't predict the future, but it's nice to know that no matter how hard up you are in the months to come, there should be something awesome and new for you to check out without spending a penny. Let us know which ones you're most looking forward to not paying for down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. Oh, is that free as well, is it? Sweet. Bye!